may not be on the right audio source. Yep.
Oh, the microphone's here, my love. Like
It's working.
Yeah, the microphone. You can see it down there. It's microphoning.
It's microphoning. Is it? Well
Yeah.
done. All right, now we just got to double check.
Because I'm pretty sure you put. Just click
1 second.
It said you went live. I'll check.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, cool.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
How's the...
Okay, cool.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
How's the...
Okay. Sounds good? Yeah.
Yep, cool. Alright, just gonna check for the fan, but it sounds good. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second read stream. I'm still reading Aka War for all you drama-thirsty people out there. Last chapter was interesting. What a hell of a way to start. I was talking to Nicola a lot today, person I work with who loves the series, and
Farrah, you're a whore.
yeah. Farrah's Farrah, and Tamlin's being a bitch. Again. Anyway. Oh, I should say on stream, actually. I should say to you.
What?
She couldn't help herself.
Oh, God.
Confirmed.
What did she say?
Confirmed my original theory why Lucian's brothers hate him so much.
Oh, no. She didn't actually, did she?
Yeah, is he a half sibling?
Oh.
To be fair, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised.
He is the last born.
He's the last born.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last horn is what you're saying.
The last horn.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
I won't tell you who, though. Damn it, Nicola.
Damn it, Nicola. Yep, you're in trouble now. She's coming for you.
I'm coming for you. I'm
Yeah.
coming for you.
When the hell does that come up? In this book?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like, maybe a couple of chapters from where you are.
A couple chapters, you say? Yeah, well.
I remember it happening near the High Lord's meeting.
Oh, and then she mentioned Helion for some reason.
Helion?
Yeah.
He comes up, yeah.
Yeah.
Maud does some interesting things with Helion.
What?
You'll see.
Okay, alright, can't wait to hate more even more.
Yeah.
I can't hate her more. Hate
Hate
her more. Alright, we should probably start reading the damn book.
Yes.
Please read whatever you want to. I'm just reading this. You can do whatever you want.
He's reading that, I'm reading Assassin's Blade by the same author.
Yep.
Still. It's taking me a while.
Yep. Well, I haven't read this since the last stream.
No.
Look at the shadow. Look how hazy it is on the animation.
I noticed too.
What the hell's that about? It's kind of pixelated, a lot of it.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
But it's still running really well here, though. Like, it hasn't stopped.
Well, it's probably because it's smaller there. Well, the point is it's not buffering here.
Yeah.
Anyway. Alright, chapter 47. Our alliance did not begin well. Should clarify, I'm not reading it out. I'm just reading. Just come chill. That's the whole point of these, is that you can read what you want and you'll have company for it. And anyone who has read these books will hopefully, I don't know, get a laugh out of the things that upset me, because I'm very vocal about them.
Yeah.
I've stopped this one from reading for like an hour just so I can bitch my thoughts.
And I'm totally okay with it, because I love that series.
Wow, so they're still beating around the bush. The 6 of them that stayed just because Tamlin's there.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm just saying, there's no one left, right, like that matters in Tamlin's court. So if Tamlin just disappears for a couple of days, ain't Highburn gonna notice that? Or is the idea that it doesn't matter yet? Or it doesn't matter anymore that
I don't think it matters anymore.
if they find out that Tamlin's not actually on their
Because
side.
Hybern's not chilling in the Spring Court.
Yeah.
So, I think his forces don't really care. Because his forces are just passing through.
Not sponsored oat chocolate milk. I love your work. I really like the Winter Court guys.
Oh, he's cool, eh?
Yeah. Callius and his partner.
Callius and his partner.
She was awesome. What was her name?
God, I don't remember either. But I thought she was pretty cool. I hope she pops up in the later books more. I think she might be a Frost and
Vivian.
Starlight. Vivian, yeah. I don't remember her being in Silver Flames, but it doesn't make sense for her to be in Silver Flames anyway.
Yeah, Azrael. Thanks for the most trusted person out of the gang to go apeshit first.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're all taking bets, I bet you they didn't bet on Azrael.
Yeah, well, Reese just said none of us went our bet.
Yeah.
About who'd fight first. I'm coming off the high of Cassian rocking up and walking right up to Nesta, and then just completely ignoring Moore.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much I loved Moore until that moment, and I'm just like, you're out. I hate you. Why the hell would you do that?
She's so, like, petty
Oh.
about the fact that Cassian finally has someone who
He can care about
He
that's
can
not
care
her.
about that's not
Devote
her.
some time to. But then as happens, then as Crush tackles this guy and beats him to a pole.
Yeah.
Which, again, can we just have some power scaling here? Because the fact that he was just allowed to do that and no one could stop him, and I was just like, oh, you're just a bunch of high lords and just a like a really good soldier stopped you. It's just
because it was Az and Eris, wasn't it?
Yeah. But Oh, I can't believe you did that, man. Because Moore's just like, oh, thank God one of them's on the hook.
Yeah.
Her boy toys. Not even that. Her accessories.
Yeah, they are accessories. Because, like, she strings them along for, was it 500 years? And then it's like...
I don't know if it was all that entire time, but,
Az
seems like they always come back to her, at least.
Yeah. Because, Cass and Az have definitely taken lovers in that time, and I think even Cass says that Az has taken lovers in his time, but they were quiet about it, if that makes sense. Like, it was never as was publicly like, oh yeah, I'm sleeping with this person.
Right.
But
Well, they all seem to be pretty quiet about who they're screwing.
yeah.
All of them actually are a bit reserved about that. Amryn doesn't talk about Varian. Not that they might be sleeping together exactly. But
Yeah.
even Moore's like casual outings, she doesn't.
Yeah.
She doesn't talk about it. Yeah. Just lets them know enough that she was with anyone but them.
Yeah.
And I know Cass is less probably strained about it, but if she wants to go out drinking, they go with her.
Yep.
Both of them.
And neither of them go home with her.
And Cass, man. Cass. I don't know, man. That might be my favorite scene in the entire trilogy so far. Not the trilogy. In the series so far is Cass and Nesta just almost not a word.
Yeah.
And more reaching out, and he like makes her wait just so he can look at her. It's so satisfying, and what sucks is I didn't hate more like 2 chapters before that. She was my favorite. I thought she was great. There's a reason that you're introduced to her first before the rest of them.
Yeah. I just hate the way she treats Nesta for no reason too. Like, Nesta doesn't do shit.
I'm gonna have opinions. I don't know if I can... I know I'm not reading it out, but I don't know if I can just read Silver Flames on stream and just go, nice.
There's definitely way more smut in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you just be like, nice. But it's only, I'd say it's maybe, there's only like 10 chapters with smut in it. Out of like I think there's like 60 or 70 chapters in the book.
Right.
So.
I can't believe, I don't know why it was in my head that, because I've only recently started reading again, guys, for like a few months. I stopped in high school and now I'm right back into it because I love reading. I just had to be rekindled. I did a fair bit of writing, but yeah. But I thought every book had like a glossary or an index. Every book.
No.
Oh, I'm just stupid.
Usually books will have a map.
Or something like that.
Or something like that. And sometimes at the back they might have like name pronunciations or something. But no, a lot of like especially modern published books will not have a glossary. I've seen a couple of books that will have at the front, they'll have like name pronunciations. The only book with a glossary I've seen is that When the Moon Hatched. And I know that turns off a lot of people. Like, Izzy opened that up, saw there was like a 4-page glossary and closed the book and put it back down. Because that's just so jarring to open it up and here's all this world lore and in random names that you're supposed to take in from this glossary before you start this
If
book.
you can't explain it in the story... Like, maps are cool because...
Yeah, maps are cool.
I don't know. I don't think any writer can truly perfectly describe to you, or if they write a perfect description of the map, every person who reads their description is going to see something completely different from the next. But yeah, anyway, we're getting off sidetrack. We're reading Fairy Smart. He had it coming, Vivian said. Eris is a piece of shit.
Plus Azrael probably was gunning for Eris after what happened between him and Moore too.
Yeah, I have a feeling it wasn't his idea to do all that. His brothers or something.
I think
we're like, we'll get revenge for our brother. And then Eris was like, why the fuck did you do that?
Yeah.
But of course, we don't know. It feels like Moore's never properly told the story.
No, Moore's never told it to anyone. It seems...
I'm not saying Eris isn't bad. I'm not defending Eris.
No.
But...
Eris...
We don't know. It's the same with Reese's family. Like, you want me to believe
Yeah.
Tamlin went out
And
with his dad and brothers and slaughtered his mother and sister just because.
Yeah. And like, Tamlin has never said, I was there when they were killed.
And you know what?
Ever.
It doesn't feel like Reese knows really what happened either. Just that
No.
it happened.
No. Just that it happened. Because, like, all Tamlin ever says is that when Feyre asks about their wings, he said, I burned them a long time ago. Because, obviously, he doesn't want the reminder of what his father did. Like, soon as he became High Lord,
that's crazy. Like, how much time passed between those moments? Between, I believe his father and probably his brothers killed them.
Yeah.
And then they brought the wings back. And what, did they set them up? And then that night...
Yeah, there must have been some planning, because, like, you can't just...
And I can't believe Reese left them there, either, on his way out. He could have just whoosh, darkness, swept them up or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I'm getting off track.
No, you're on track, my love. You're talking about the book, that's the main thing.
That's true. Every once in a while, she writes a sentence that just, I'm like, it makes me feel like I'm having a stroke. Reese didn't reveal a whisper of the tension that tightened in me as if it were my own. Yeah, right. It takes you a minute. Reese didn't reveal a whisper of tension that tightened in me as if it were my own. So is Feyre noticing nothing if he didn't reveal?
I think Reese communicated down the bond.
Reese didn't reveal a whisper of the tension that tightened in me.
Yeah.
Reese didn't reveal a whisper of the tension that tightened in me as if it were my own.
I feel like it's Reese didn't reveal on his person, but he sent it down the bond to Feyre that he was feeling tense about what had happened.
Right.
So Reese didn't reveal it on his face, but he revealed it to Feyre as if it were her own.
My animation's not going. People are going to think nothing's happening.
There we go.
Yeah. Right. God, that threw me through the loop.
Oh, that's cool. She pretty much just got like Assassin's Creed blades.
I'm suddenly interested.
It says when you want to unsheath the blades, it's a downward sweep and an extra flick of the wrist. With Assassin's Creed.
Oh, Sergio Mars, a Ubisoft fan. Ah. You show me the front cover. No, nothing like that.
Yeah, they're a concealed flap in her forearm. So they're attached to her wrist.
I'm really into the idea of an assassin's blade, but coming out the top. Like they did in Valhalla, but not like that. In Valhalla, it's not hidden. It's like the blade is just sitting there, and then it pokes forward. I'm like, it's a hidden blade, bro.
Yeah.
Hidden.
Yeah.
I like my favorite one's Ezio's when he's got like the shirt ruffle.
Yes, yeah.
And you can't see
and
it
you
at
can't
all.
see it,
Yeah.
yeah. I do like that a lot as well. Because
Anyway.
it's actually hidden.
Yes, very, very relevant, Will, to what you're reading. Good job.
It's relevant to what I'm reading.
What the fuck, Cassian? Moore was indeed sprawled on a couch, one weary eye on Azrael. Cassian sat beside her, holding her feet in his lap. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, Cass does some questionable things.
Oh, you don't understand how undone that last scene I just said was my favourite so far is Cass...
Unfortunately,
Go sit in a fucking chair.
Moore has her grip on these fucking boys. Like, they'll drop everything for her, and it's fucking annoying. At least Cass grows a little bit of balls.
What the fuck, Cassian? Get the fuck away from her. Anyway. Maybe there's something I'm not reading. Maybe Azrael's dangerous. I don't know. Oh, that made my blood boil. I keep trying to find where I was, and I'm like, fucking. Yeah. No, thank you. No cheap streamers. Thank you.
No, we're good. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
I don't
No,
want
thank
to
you.
time out for 10 minutes. Goodbye. Holding her feet in his lap. What the fuck? Is he fucking massaging her? What the fuck's going on?
It implies that she's lying down the lounge, and he was sitting on the end of the lounge, and she has her feet on top of him.
Ugh.
Yeah.
These two fucking deserve each other, man. They really do. Even Beren knew until today, suspected maybe, but he'll now be wishing he'd found a way to kill me in a cradle. That's what Reese just said. And then Farah said he knows about Elaine being Lucian's maid. He makes a move to harm her or take her, and he's dead. And then Reese says, in response, I'll kill him myself if he does. Fair enough. Beren's covered ass.
Yeah.
Or hold him long enough for you to do the job. I think I'd enjoy watching you. These two psychopaths enjoy each other. Don't at me, alright?
Yeah.
Don't at me. These two are crazy. Like, I hope they become the villains because who's going to stop them?
Look, they might.
Anyway, I'll keep it in mind for your next birthday. What the fuck? Well, Tamlin's a sore loser, petty, little, arrogant, anger-issued asshole. But everything that happened to that dude was from the information and actions of others mutilating him into this terrible person.
Yeah.
And Farah, man, Farah's a walking bad decision.
Yeah. She's only 20. Or 19, I think.
Yeah, well, good on
20,
her.
I think, in that book.
Well, pop off, sis, with with the old rich guy you decided to meet on meetyourhumanwife.com.
Yeah.
I'd say you can't write this shit, but here I am reading.
Do you mind if I open the blind a little?
Yeah.
I cannot see. The sunlight keeps going in. Coming and going. I might just open it like this. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's actually lovely.
Yeah. I can see now.
Okay, now he's rubbing her feet. You fucking coward! I'm gonna kill you, Cassian. I'm gonna break your hands. I like Hellion, man. It's like Nestor. He's written very well for what he is.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm like, characters like that will never be my favorite and all. But when you write them to be, like,
well written.
perfect, like, because obviously this series is just filled with snarky freaking people.
Yeah.
But, it's, I don't know, they're written really well, for what they are. If you stick to it, then it's good. If you give them moments where they're like, oh no, I'd rather do something lovely. Oh no, I forgot. Then, alright, when I had to mute the guy. Then, you know, if you don't dig in, what am I trying to say? If you don't stick to your guns about what the character is, then
they feel very wishy-washy.
Like, and what sucks is I fell for Moore's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, Moore's a manipulative, pick me girl that, is the super awesome without trying kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, Moore's great. And wow, look at me now. But yeah, Hellion, man.
I love Hellion.
Yeah,
he's
bro,
great.
is a sassy motherfucker.
Yeah, he's sassy and he's so fucking intelligent.
Yeah.
It's insane. So much knowledge in his library.
Hellion pressed a hand on the door frame and grinned. How'd you convince Thesson to give you the better view? He finds my males to be prettier than yours. I think it's a wing fetish. Cool. He's play acting as well, huh?
Yeah. He's got a mask like Reese.
What the fuck? You handing Eris's ass to him will be my new fantasy at night, by the way. He's great. It's been 4 centuries now, and you 3 still haven't accepted my offer.
Hellion's like...
What more and her... What pets? Oh, right. I don't like to share, unfortunately. You never know until you try. Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Reese made a joke about them having an extra partner in bed, which I was like, yeah, okay, fine. That seems like on par for Reese. But then he mentions having 2 guys in bed with her, and she's into it, and I'm like, oh, Farah. There's a 3-word sentence that I refuse to repeat because I hate it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She does that a lot in the books.
Ugh. I mean, it's not the weirdest thing, honestly.
No, it's like...
I feel like their egos don't outweigh their devotion to each other.
Yeah.
Unlike more.
I'll tell you what though, well, specifically just in this book, the rest of the other 2 books don't have it. This book has vulgar gestures. This book has the girl fucking sweats all the time. And I'm like, I think you need to go to a doctor and get that checked out.
Stop sweating, girl.
Fucking, I was like, bro.
Stop running in your sleep.
think he's gonna fucking think. If you be so fucking cruel and rude to someone your entire life, of course they're gonna think that you're gonna verbally attack them as soon as you see them again. I'm like, what the fuck? She just got in a fight with him, and then she's like, I couldn't even look him in the eyes. Like, what is it? His shoulders tense. He watched her, his eyes wary, as if he'd expected her to launch a verbal attack right there, like she'd mock him for what he'd done. Did she really think? Did he really think she was that cruel? And I'm like,
yes.
You just fucking,
the answer is yes.
You just fucking had a fight with him and said, oh, good, I don't particularly care what you did this entire time while I was gone. I don't give a shit. He was like, alright, be a fucking bitch then.
Look, people tend to forget the worst in the moment, I guess. But in this case, maybe it's just, I don't know. She forgot?
I'm like, man, I thought they were going to be, I don't know, I thought she'd be a lot more kinder to him with the way that she talks about him in the other two books. I'm like... Nope.
Let me do.
It's 4:30, you need to go down, wasn't it?
Correct.
Yeah. It's 3 o'clock.
So you got so much time. Oh, here we go. Currently reading about Farah asking about Hellions looking to the Lady of Autumn. Where'd you come from, Lucian? And can Farah look? I understand Farah is very empathetic to a degree, but Hellion has just said the Lady of Autumn courts. Wow, butchered that one, didn't I? The Lady of the Autumn court's two older sisters were indeed. He searched for a word. Butchered, tormented, and then butchered during the war. And then Farah thinks. I shut out Nista's screaming, shut out Elaine's sobbing as she was hauled towards the cauldron. Farah, can you not think about yourself for like 5 freaking seconds?
Talking about Morgan?
No. Hellion is talking about how the Lady of Autumn had two older sisters that were butchered.
Oh, yeah.
But then Farah's next thought is thinking about Nesta and Elaine screaming as they were being hauled towards the cauldron. I'm like, for 5 fucking seconds, can you not think about yourself and everything that's happened to you?
Yeah.
Hellion.
Helen, what?
Well, Hellion's talking about the fact that he was loving the dear High Lord Baron's wife for ages, which means there's only one person with enough information.
Helen's what?
Well, look, this would have only made me run to you and go, Lucian, I fucking know it. That's why they hate him, because he's not really their brother. And then, yeah, but because of Nicola, it's just all but confirmed.
Damn it, Nicola.
How old's Hellion? Seems to be older than Reese.
Yes.
Forget that they're
700?
immortal.
800?
It's kind of funny when they have small families, like they're just another generation.
Yeah. It's because Fae babies are like real hard to make. Like the Fae biology is really weird. So it's like they only ovulate twice a year. So there's only 2 chances a year for a child to be conceived. Pretty much.
Man.
So there might only be like 1 month.
I agree. If they were doing this on and off again for centuries, they would have figured it out. If
she kept popping out kids.
Not even that. Like, I don't know. It really feels like she had a chance to leave, and chose not to.
It's because of the rest of her sons.
Mm.
Because obviously Lucian is.
So I assume it's just Baron that treats her poorly. I don't think her sons would do that to her.
No, her son. It's never implied that her sons ever treat.
Now that I know
poorly.
Baron has freaking brownish hair.
Yeah.
That was a shock.
Mm-hmm. Yep, she's the
and
one
then
with
all
the
his
red.
sons have red, so it'll just be bloody dominant red-haired gene.
Yep.
Needs to be eradicated from this earth. Know what I'm saying?
No.
All right,
we
sorry.
need to have more redhead babies.
Sorry, my little orange. Oh. Love you.
Yeah.
Holy burning hell. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
While we spoke, I said down the Bon Hellion is Lucian's father. Yep.
Pisses me off, man.
He didn't have to stay. Does Hellion know? Oh, shit, son.
No, he doesn't know. He does not know, and Lucian does not know.
And the only reason... Wait, so what? Who knows?
The
Her,
mother.
Farah,
And Reese.
Oh.
Yeah.
Love you. Thanks for getting me onto this fucking dopamine.
Welcome to the drama.
Look, I'm not gonna pretend. Okay, let's compare. Alright.
Yeah.
So, I still don't know her name, but the Lady of Autumn.
She doesn't have a name in the series yet. She's just referred to as the Lady of Autumn.
The Lady of Autumn. Okay, so what we've got so far is that her situation, it isn't Stockholm or anything. She's a prisoner.
Yeah.
Right. She's in an abusive relationship, and now there is no mention that Baron was cruel to her. I might be wrong. there's no mention that Beren was cruel to her before that piece. Does not give him the right to do what he's doing to her. Not at all. But I don't know. Feels like she had a lot of opportunities to prepare and leave, because from Ferris' perspective, and it's known that Lucian's her favorite son.
Yeah.
That was a kid born out of love. So, how are the other brothers supposed to feel over something like that?
Yeah.
And it's makes me question. I don't know. I feel like she had an opportunity to leave, and I cannot talk to the experiences of abusive relationships where the victim doesn't leave, because it's frightening, you know, and it's no difference here, right? I know this is a big fantasy world book, but the idea of leaving and they're gonna find you anyway is a very real fear that they have to face when they make that jump.
Yeah.
But man, what a secure option to launch to, you know, if she wanted to.
Yeah, Helion would take care of her.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the Court of Autumn and the Day Court would be at war. Because Beren's not letting anyone take his wife. And the fact is, it would probably look like to her sons, except for Eris, because he's fucking smart enough to realise. He's got a clue at least. The rest of them don't. You know, that it's a Pharaoh situation, that Helion stole away the Lady of Autumn stole away their mother. So of course they would side
with their father.
And they would die. And even though Lucian is her favourite son, she still loves her sons.
So Eris must have been cheering when Lucian left, and that's why he helped him get to safety, because with him gone, that drama goes away.
Yeah.
Not to mention he wouldn't be able to adopt the throne if he's not properly of the two.
Yeah. Well, only the one who shows the High Lord markings can become the next High Lord anyway, and which Eris has already shown High Lord markings.
That's the qualities, right?
Yeah, that's why Tamlin's older brothers hated him, was because Tamlin showed the markings of being a High Lord and not his older brothers. So they wanted him dead because they couldn't inherit the throne, even though they were the older ones.
They were the oldest,
yeah. So even though Eris has shown High Lord markings...
I haven't read that yet, about what makes the High Lord.
It's just their powers appearing.
Yeah.
So, like...
Man, a lot of this made it into... Amy's D&D game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Thank you for the context.
No problem.
Yeah. There you go. Literally the next line. My heart squeezed at that, and why Eris didn't want him dead. He wasn't a threat to Eris's power. Yeah. And despite all that, I've just learned that Rhys might be willing to share Feyre, you know, and I'm like, ew.
Yeah.
Like, you're together, and it's like this whole mateship thing, like, you're enough, and I'd kill people over the connection we have in defense of you. Yeah, sure, let's just bring another dude in. I'm like, bro, you're more secure than I am, what the fuck? No, thank you.
I think realistically, Rhys might say that, but I think realistically, he'd be fucking foaming at the mouth at the thought of someone else touching.
Well, look what he did to Cassian. Cassian said, "Give me a go, Feyre. You don't seem tired."
Yeah. You tried to fuck him up.
Oh, that paragraph is interesting. And that it changed nothing in this war, especially not with Lucian on the continent, hunting that enchanted queen, a bird of fire. A bird of flame and a lord of fire. I wondered if they'd found each other yet. I don't know. That's more than just, oh, I wonder how he's doing. That's like a fated thing. Like, I don't know. What are these two going to mean to each other at the end of it? Imagine that. Imagine Lucian gets with a human woman and goes, yo, Tamlin, keeping them is so easy. It's crazy.
It's actually really easy, you know.
Yeah. I convinced Nicola just a little bit today, that Tamlin's undoing isn't entirely his fault. He's made poor decisions, but none that led to what he became, you know? Like, there's nothing wrong with loving someone so hard that you'd do anything to get them back. Yeah. And then, look, here's the thing. Here is my ultimate line of defense. He's done some silly things. Oh, and the outburst thing. That's the same as violence in the house,
yeah.
You know, at home. It's just in a fancy way of saying it. Like what if he had hurt her? Like,
yeah.
Like, that's not okay. Like, she had to get out. It's the way she ended it with him that bothered me so much. It was I'm going to write 3 lines on a page when previously I was illiterate.
Yeah.
And send it to him. He'll be okay with that. And then when my dear friend, the only one who fought for me,
mm-hmm.
Like, say whatever you want about Lucian. He was not part of the problem. He was trying. And I'm going to, like, literally flash my fangs and show off all this power and scare you into submission to leaving me alone. I'm not going with you. Don't you dare, like, not take me seriously. And it's like, Farah, why on earth didn't you just talk to him?
Yeah.
Tell him, like, you need to listen to me. I'm not brainwashed. Yeah.
It's just so...
She,
Look, Farah does not think. And
No.
and she lives with the consequences of those actions, because the fact is, Farah, you fucked up, and it caused such a big misunderstanding.
That's the be-all and end-all of a note, she's illiterate, that she sends to them.
Yeah.
And then tells someone that has been there almost since from the very beginning that... Look, I don't know. I place all of the miscommunication and Tamlin siding with Highburn, all the worst of the stuff he's done, I place that on her shoulders.
Yeah.
Because why would she think he wouldn't come for her? Or, I don't know, she should have thought about it more.
Yeah.
She's just so good at avoiding things, and people want to say, like, he never talked to her about it. He never saw how she was doing. Bro was there daily, and neither of them wanted to talk about it.
They had what was it? They had an agreement to never discuss what happened under.
They never agreed to anything together. But at the end of the first book, which I note specifically, I don't know why I remember it so clearly. It was that the agreement was that later they would talk about it later, and clearly they never did.
No. I swear there's a line in the second book that says like there was an unspoken agreement that they would not speak to each other about what happened under the mountain.
Yeah, they would just get on with it.
Yeah.
But here's where I think this is my only real. Okay, no, I had a bunch of criticization of the first book because I was so angry about the third
act of it.
The third act being entirely about Rhys. As much as I remember the first book, I have to remember Rhys was there the whole freaking third act. But it's the fact that in the second book he never checks on her, You're telling me after everything, the guy who sent her away, Tamlin wouldn't get up and hold her hair and look after her?
Yeah. It's
That's
weird.
it's. I think that's the most out of character shit. Like, oh, because it would remind him of Under the Mountain. I was like, what? Like, what do you mean he didn't get up and help her? And because he knew, right? He's not stupid.
No.
He knew what was happening. That is the only part where I'm like, there should have been a bit more for that. And unfortunately, the way she wrote it was she took off, and we're never going to get the specifics. It's just Feyre's got a short temper, and inevitably, he and the Supreme Court were too little in power for her.
Yeah.
She was.
She was aiming higher.
Yeah. And maybe that's what happens with when she was remade. Maybe she felt like how small she was before was not enough for this new form, for this new everything about her, and maybe that's the point. But unfortunately, nothing's really that confirmed, so I just have to speculate.
Yeah.
Everything makes sense except for that.
Yeah.
I do not understand
I think
why he did not help her when she was struggling at night.
I think human Pharaoh would be disgusted with Fae Pharaoh. I think she would look at her and like, what the fuck?
I see stuff all the time that's like, God, I miss sassy human Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, oh, you miss this version of Pharaoh. So clearly there's, I don't know, a disconnect there.
Yeah.
Because I know, look, people change, development happens, but I don't know, Pharaoh got power and decided she was better than everyone else.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing about Reese's teaching, getting her to be more confident in herself. It's, I don't know, the irony, you know, she's like, this is my fire and my water, this is my power. And it's like, no, it's not. If you don't acknowledge where all this came from, then it's like, what was the point of your sacrifice? Like, because yes, you got killed, and I'm not going to pretend that's not going to be the most horrific, life-changing experience, but they saved you.
Yeah.
They all saved you. And you thought that, I don't know, you thought that meant Reese deserved the world.
Yeah.
And
it's Tamlin who begs them to save her as well.
Yeah.
It's not Reese. Reese doesn't say, oh, no, you have to save her. Like, Tamlin is the one who begs the High Lords to save her to do something.
after everything she did for him.
But you know what's really weird? Is Baron is the one who puts the power in first.
It's Baron, is it?
Yeah.
He just wanted bragging rights. Oh yeah, I believed in her the whole time. Though.
No. People think that Reese took control of them.
Reese took control of them?
Or at least Baron.
Okay, hold up. The bookmark's going in.
I saw a theory.
Then they should all be fucking terrified of those two.
Yeah. I saw a theory that because obviously it was just as their powers were coming back to them, so they hadn't fully regained their powers. And Reese had been with them for 50 years, locked under the mountain. There was no guarantee that they knew how to block out Reese that long.
Or that they would even think to.
Yeah.
Bro, if this is all Reese's plan, look.
I don't think Reese planned Highburn or anything. I do think they were a genuine threat. But
maybe he just knew that was going to happen as a result of this.
Yeah. But I genuinely think Reese is this all-powerful thing, and they should be terrified of him. Because he has fucking mind control powers. And the reason why Tamlin is so scared shitless of him is because he is this mind controlling person, and a lot of people don't know how to defend themselves against it. Feyre didn't. She didn't drink that wine on purpose.
No, she didn't, is the thing.
Reese forced her to.
Yes, she did, though. And,
Yeah.
he said it was to stop her from seeing the horrors of Under the Mountain.
Yeah, he took control of her mind.
And I'm like, well, then take her away. Or, keep her out of sight of that stuff. I don't know. oh, if that's the case, then everything Tamlin is saying, because he's the loudest, dumbest prick at the table right now, yelling about, how do you know this isn't all a ploy for them to just rule everything?
Yeah.
And I don't know, because you know what else is weird? It is weird, it is weird. Before we get into anything, before Farah has a smidge of power shown, he tells her, what if you have that? And she hasn't done anything. She hasn't displayed any sense of powers other than the fact that she was stronger and faster and...
Yeah, because I saw this theory that because Amryn knows shit that we don't know because she acts fucking weird sometimes, and obviously Amryn's from another world or something. What if Amryn knew of a prophecy of this woman coming into power, and Reese was like, okay, she's my mate, and I know she's my mate. If I can get her to get all of this power. Like, of course, he didn't know she was going to die. Perhaps he had some other plan to do it. But he saw the opportunity.
Because he did. He knew where to find her. He knew she'd be there. He somehow makes it down to the cells without anyone noticing, because he doesn't have all his power.
No.
And he just makes it down there.
And the fact is, he was fucking terrifying even without all of his power. And now he has it all back.
Oh, and if he was with Amarantha, like, nearly every night, who knows what kind of shit he'd done to her.
Yeah.
Because she wouldn't know.
No, she wouldn't know.
Okay, so... Okay, I'm 100% on this train, by the way, because it's just strange, because he's like, what if you could harness it? And Farah's like, I don't know, Farah's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then suddenly she has powers, and she's like, oh, and then they work at it, and they make her more powerful, and more powerful, and more powerful. Until suddenly she's this unstoppable thing. She just fucking one-taps High Lords like it's nothing. And I'm like, I get it. This is a story about who's at the top of the ladder. But the reality is, this is a fucking child, right? That was living in a cottage like 6 months ago, a year ago, whatever.
Yeah. Like she was literally human her entire life, and now she has all of this power, and she has this very powerful being who is
guiding her and telling her how much he loves her, and you know what else is strange, by the way? I didn't think about this until recently, at work. I'm talking last week. Like, he talks about the bond and how, for females, it's easier to ignore. They learn to just get over it in time. Yeah. And I'm like, did it ever... I don't know. Farah never had a moment where, I don't know, what happens for her is what's happened to him, is the bond is snapped into place.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd expect like some sort of revolutionary moment where Farah feels like the universe stops and the stars stop shining, and then everything is, there's nothing but him. And he talks about that and how feral it's made him. And I'm like, she has never described the bond snapping into place.
Yeah.
So what if there isn't one? What if there isn't one and he's just... It's just another trick.
Her think this way.
Yeah. It's just another tether in her brain that she doesn't know is there. Something that he's developed for ages. Reese is a sus son of a bitch, man.
He is, though.
Because they love each other so much, and it's just in your face all the time. And it explains away pretty much anything that happens. But just look at him. Look at Moore. Look at what they do to people. They twist people. And he's twisted Farah into this. Go on, come at me. All you want. She writes Reese as this guy. The author. She writes Reese as this guy who says all the right things.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does.
Even when he says the wrong things or he's being a dick, she wants him, you know. It all led up to the same thing eventually. And I tell you what, she gets over Tamlin really quickly.
Yeah.
Like, really quickly. And what if two... Because she only goes there twice. It was supposed to be this lifelong thing until they could figure out how to get rid of it. And 2 visits was all it took for her to go back and then implode. right? She couldn't be without this guy, and it's because of his actions of being trapped. And then, and he leaves her alone. He gives her the space. I don't know. Reese doesn't seem to mess up ever.
No.
And it's him. Hey, it's him.
For you to get to the later books. Silver Flames opens your eyes.
Yeah, you know why? Because Nesta's a threat to every...
Nesta is a threat. She is the one person that Reese can't control. She is the one person that they can't control. Because she is not only... I'd say...
Because Nesta notices things.
Yeah.
Right?
I'd say in terms of raw power, Nesta is way more powerful than Reese. But in an actual fight, Nesta doesn't know how to control her powers completely.
Yeah,
so Reese would take her down.
It's the equivalent of, like, a flamethrower which can decimate, like, entire forests and one bullet.
And one bullet, yeah.
You know, like,
because Reese...
he can just snap.
Yeah, because Reese can be precise with his power, but Nesta doesn't really learn... She learns how to control her powers in Silver Flame, but she still, by the end of it, doesn't really fully understand everything that everything that she can wield.
If all these books are coming together, my love.
Yeah.
Because we know they are. Maybe not in a Avengers Assemble kind of way.
Oh, I don't think so.
But, like, and there's that taunting shadow at the end of it. My money's on it's Feyre.
You reckon? I reckon it's Reese. I reckon they're actually I think it's together.
Okay, I think something's going to go wrong. I think Reese's grand plan is going to fall apart because something's going to get him.
Yeah.
I think he's just going to be like, this isn't possible. He encounters something he's never encountered before. Like, say, something like Amryn, where Unleashed, like, we all know, like, Unleashed, Reese is like, there is nothing I can do against that.
Yeah.
Okay, to whatever the hell she
whatever
is.
Amryn is.
So I think he chooses his teammates well. I think Amryn might know entirely what Reese is and just doesn't care. So. And yeah, what if I haven't finished one chapter. I haven't finished one chapter because we keep talking about stuff. What if that's the entire thing, is that we are yet to meet the heroine.
Yeah.
We are yet to meet the person that's going to bring this all down. I think
because Feyre isn't Belle.
No.
And Tamlin is the beast now. He is the beast now.
You see, I don't even think it's that yet. I think it's all unfolding from the moment she verifies, yep, it's a reimagining of Beauty and the Beast. And obviously all these worlds are connected, or at least in the series that she's currently doing. Yeah. But here's what's got me going, right, sorry, I can't contain myself.
That's fine.
Because it's all coming together, right? Reese is the shadow over all. Literally the shadow over all. The dude oozes darkness and I think he gets a kick out of everything he does, and we just don't realize what he is because he's been made out to be this thing.
Yeah.
But I think Reese is forming this plan to rule everything. And maybe it's not ruling everything. Maybe there is some grander thing at play. Maybe it's literally rewriting the universe. Who knows? We're not going to know until a long time. And I think he's going to mess up. I think he's going to encounter someone or something that kills him. And everything he's worked for, it's gone. It's chucked out the window because he messed up. Because he focused too much on the wrong thing. And I don't think Feyre is ever going to know the kind of guy he really was. I think she's going to mourn him. I think she's going to be 10 times worse than Amarantha. And because we know she's more powerful than him. I think she's going to overtake everything in her mourning and her rage. And I think Tamlin, with nothing left to lose, is going to stand up to her. And I think she's going to turn him into like a hideous monster. And she's going to lock him away there. And maybe everyone else she doesn't like with him to be possessions, to be nothings. Not that they have to do the literal Beauty and the Beast thing or anything. They don't have to be actual. And there's going to be a little woman from a village that's unspecial. that walks into Tamlin's life that not only helps him and saves him, but
sorry, I just remembered something.
and then she's Feyre is the sorcerer, but it's not a lesson of humility. It's just her being a bitch. And maybe that's one by one. Maybe later we don't see what we see now. Maybe we encounter through Tamlin and this girl's eyes. Hopefully this woman's eyes, like monstrous beings. We see a general mourning his High Lord. We see an assassin, a torturer.
Because Has tortures people.
Oh yeah.
He fucking.
We see a what would you call it? A vixen, a woman of power.
Yeah.
A monster contained inside a human shell, and then we have the witch. We have the horrific figure of all power in the fucking universe. We have what Amarantha couldn't be. We have everything in one with Feyre. And Feyre comes for them, and that's how the story ends when this group dies. Because
That'd be a crazy twist, eh?
that's what I think the intention was. Obviously, things are a bit different. When's it been? 4 years since the last book.
Yeah,
that's a long time.
But she wrote 2 Crescent City books in that 4 years. So I know she has a contract with Bloomsbury, and Bloomsbury told her that they want her to. Want her to have she was sanctioned to do the 2 Crescent City books before anything to do with ACOTAR. Because I know she's under contract for 4 books. Not ACOTAR books, but she's under contract for 4 books for Bloomsbury. 2 of them have been Crescent City. I think the 3rd one is the next ACOTAR book. And then people think that she's going to start a new series called, like, The Twilight Gods or something like that. That is a combination of all 3 universes together. Whether that is some sort of Avengers Assemble or it's combining
beings overlooking everything. Maybe it's the same gods.
Yeah, it could be about
in
the
each
gods.
realm, yeah.
Because there are different gods in Fernglass to what the mother is in ACOTAR. Because the only god they ever mention in ACOTAR is the mother. Fernglass has 3 so far, I think, was mentioned, but there's more. And Crescent City has gods as well that they talk about. So
son of a bitch.
So I feel like there's going to be a gods interfering.
It makes too much sense. You know, every little thing she writes in those books has some sort of importance later.
Yeah.
And there's plenty that don't yet. And I just think you can't trust Rhys. He is the deceiver. He is the too good to be true.
Yeah.
Like literally mind-bending, invading, controlling thing, and no one can stop him. So what's to stop him from walking around? Apart from the Highburn King, obviously, because he's got the cauldron.
Yeah, he has.
But like,
the power,
there's nothing stopping him from walking around and just doing as he pleases.
Yeah.
And maybe he's got a damper on his power right now. Maybe he's keeping it all back. Look. Either way, for now, I'm so done with thinking they're just 2 people in love.
Yeah.
And you know what? Tamlin said it. Tamlin said it first. The problem was he was acting like a drunk, jealous idiot.
Yeah.
When he says it, what's to stop you all from taking control over everything? Because you can. Because look at what Feyre did to my court in a month.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
What's to stop them from doing it to the rest of them? Other than allegiances. Other than the alliances they're making. right now on their side, they have the day court, they have the winter court. Like, how do we know that when it all comes down, if they're not going to, decide, oh, we're going to go after everyone else who doesn't follow our rules, who doesn't follow what we want to happen. There is something in Silver Flames, and I can't tell you what it is, but you're definitely on the right track, because fucking
Do you
hell,
think I'm onto something?
you're onto something because of something that's mentioned in Silver Flames, and there's a really fucking weird conversation that Amryn and Rhys have, and I'm just like, what does that mean and imply? It was very strange.
Look, all will be told in time. For now, we're going to get a bunch of cute little distracting romance books. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Farah's been possessed, I think, by Rhys, and he loves her, so it's all fine. And Tamlin's screaming out of his grief and his loss of something that he has clearly loved. He's only loved a few things like this as much in his time, but there's a few things, in case of the theories I like, just the speculation and all, I think, like, the stuff like maybe, like, Rhys's sister was Tamlin's mate and stuff. Those, but this one, like, Farah and Rhys are the bad guys, or they're going to be, and it's all just a part of Rhys's plan, because the story is going to make them look like heroes.
Yeah.
Like, what if they're not mates? Because at no point does Farah have, like, a snapping moment. They're just falling into each other.
Because we don't even know what that's like. I will tell you what it is like in Front of Glass when the mate thing happens, because it's also a thing in Front of Glass. If the way it is described.
I think he's just convinced her that he's the be-all and end-all because they're meant for each other.
I don't know. I have this feeling that...
Because he needs her.
I have this feeling that they are mates, but only because of what they could create together. Like, I think their child is gonna be something real fucked. Like, I genuinely believe that their child could be the worst thing possible, with literally all of the High Lord's powers plus the Daementi powers in a child. How fucked is that gonna be?
Well, Farah's already all of that.
Yeah. But on top of all of the power Rhys has as well. Like, that thing's gonna be fucked.
Unless that's a step further. Rhys's plan goes to shit and they both get killed. And it's their kid who grows into the monster. Grows into that sorceress. And first thing she does is... Or he does, I don't think it matters too much on that part, goes up to Tamlin and goes, you made my mum cry once.
Yeah.
You're a monster now. Then now everyone can see you that way. Meanwhile, Tamlin's like, no one's here.
no one's here. I am alone.
You think I care? Anyway, I should probably finish the chapter before you finish this room. Oh, they're the bad guys, man. And I think, Tamlin, you big idiot, you horrible nuisance. You just might be the key to everything. Because you're the only one that's realised what they could be. And that's the end of everything, as they know.
Yeah.
We talked for so long, the sunlight changed.
I know. It's no longer bright out there. It's cloudy. I'm glad I got to close off the light. Oh, that's thunder.
Oh, fucking love Nesta. Never change. Helene got up, bowed as deeply as he did to Pharaoh, who's the High Lady, proper High Lady, and then to Nesta, and she's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
The wall's fallen, hasn't it?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Nesta's freaking out, and the only thing she has had anything to do with is the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, they managed to make it fall.
Why don't you go rub Moore's feet a bit more, fucking Cassian? Now you're fucking worried. Fucking idiot.
I know.
Then Pharaoh says he studied every inch of her as if there was nothing and no one else here anywhere except for Moore. Except for fucking Moore. Oh my god, you're an idiot. I hope he gets fucking chewed out for random shit.
Nesta puts him free.
Yeah, good. Moore kicked Cassian out of his seat to make space for her friend. Callias and Vivian came in when they were eating to see them. And Moore was like, Cassian, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw up. Moore, I swear to God, if you fuck Hellion after one guy has been rubbing your feet and the other one beat down a shadowy figure of your past, I'm going to lose my shit. You selfish, arrogant. Just don't have sex with people. Just, you're here for a reason. She's gonna fuck him. Okay, at least Reese disapproves as well.
Yeah.
Farah just says why. When Hellion and Moore retreated to her room.
Yep.
Moore gets spooked, and what Az did today scared the shit out of her.
I might turn on the light more. I cannot see.
Don't you think it's been long enough, and that taking Hellion to bed is likely the worst possible thing to do? What universe are we in where Farah is thinking reasonably and clearly?
Yeah.
Ugh. Actually, no, Reese is okay with it. Jesus Christ. No, enough of this. They just need to tell each other how they feel. More, and Az especially, are beyond this shit. Like, it's... There doesn't need to be a confession. I'm so angry.
Yeah.
I'm so heated.
Yeah. I'd be heated by love's out.
He thinks she's happier without him. But they'll spend every waking moment tending to her. So, if they're never apart... Jesus.
It's pretty fucked.
Oh, fucking Reese spitting the facts. There will come a day when Azrael has to decide if he's going to fight for her or let her go. And it won't be because some other male insults her, or beds her. I get it, you know. These people have been alive for ages. They probably bedded 100 people each.
Yeah.
But after what he did,
Yeah.
I don't know. And Moore doesn't look at him, doesn't acknowledge him, doesn't... Feels wrong.
She should just... Look, if she's not interested, she should just sit him down and say, hey, sorry, I'm not interested. Like...
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
And what about Cassian? He's entangled and enabling this nonsense.
Yeah.
Dude, I cannot believe after that amazing moment, he was fucking...
Yeah, that's the only thing with Cass is that...
He was looking after her and rubbing her feet and... Oh my god. Dude, have some respect for your brother.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah. He was playing guard dog and he didn't fucking need to.
Cassian is going to just have to... Oh my god. I'm rattled. Cassian is going to have to decide some things too in the near future, I think. Are he and Nesta? I don't know. I was talking to Nicola today. Is the book necessary?
Which one?
Their book.
Two of Flames?
Yeah, because, I don't
Yeah.
know, the relationship of Cass and Nesta is happening.
It's necessary.
Alright.
More so...
I'm excited for it.
It's-
I'm glad it's there, but I don't know, it feels like the base components of a romance building
Yeah,
are happening outside of their own book.
Yeah, so let's just say the book is not so much their romance, but more Nesta becoming into who she's meant to be.
Right.
Because she needed to heal. There's also some background stuff that's happening that's very important for future world building.
Nicola told me something else. Can you explain to me the validity, is that the right word, of the bonus chapters? Are they meant to just be fun extras, or are they meant to be serious canon things that you have to go out of your way to go read?
Look, I don't know.
If they're not immediately accessible
I don't know.
Because she told me that Cassidy and Esther have a very close moment.
Yeah, that's not in that book.
Yeah, and she...
Yeah.
And
it's
no, when she's human.
Yeah.
And she... Instead of, a kiss, she knees him in the groin. I'm like, that sounds right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but, I don't know, that seems like a key thing to put into the fucking...
Yeah. So, I haven't read them. I haven't read any of the bonus chapters.
Is that because it's confusing whether or not you should acknowledge them?
Yeah, so I haven't read them because technically it's hard to know because technically they are canon, but it's like...
But then why didn't you make them accessible?
Yeah, because here's the thing with the bonus chapters.
You gotta go on an Easter egg hunt to go find them.
Yeah, so here's the thing with the bonus chapters is some of them are in Barnes and Noble's copies. Some of them, like the book I have, I don't know if it has a bonus chapter. I have not looked at it because I listened to the audio book. So I don't know if that book has a bonus chapter, and I don't know which one it would have. There is a Reese and Feyre one. There is an Esther and Cass one. There is an Azriel and Gwen and Elaine one. And then I think there's only 3. And I don't know if they are like...
So Az and Gwen, huh?
It's as Gwen and Elaine are in that chapter.
Is Gwen the other part of Az's...
She's just in that chapter.
Okay.
It's mainly Az and Elaine, but Gwen also appears in that chapter.
Alright, maybe someone can tell me if I should take them seriously or not, because I don't know, I feel like nearly kissing is a big thing you shouldn't leave for people to not even maybe know they exist.
I'm going to look up and see if people think that the bonus chapters... the bonus chapters for... Silver Flames canon. Let's have a look. Are the bonus chapters canon? Okay, so it says they are canon. Okay, so the Feyre and Reese one is canon. It said Sarah J. Maas said she wanted to put it in Silver Flames, but her editors made her take it out because it was too jarring to switch back to Feyre's point of view when we were just in Nestor and Cassian's the whole book. So that's what it says. Apparently there was even supposed to be a Reese point of view, but they ended up taking it out of Silver Flame as well. So I'm wondering if these bonus chapters are all stuff that was meant to be, but because they're from different points of view, they took them out because the editors felt that they didn't mesh well with the rest of the book. So they're counted as a bonus chapter. So you
can count them as canon or not canon. It's really up to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But apparently,
I'm going to treat them as not because
it says
if I gotta go hunting for them, it's not part of the story.
Well, there's a Tumblr post that has all of them on it anyway. It says they always resurface in the main plots anyway. So you don't have to read them. They'll probably pop up as a thing.
They'll give you actual context.
They'll give you actual context. So and if you want more information, you can read that bonus chapter. Because apparently that's what happened with Throne of Glass. There's bonus chapters for Throne of Glass, but they're canon, but they also just reappear back in the plot, so you don't have to necessarily go hunting for them.
Alright. Well, thanks for the confusion.
Yeah.
And thank you for your help.
Clarification, yes, no problem. I haven't read any of them, but I've heard things about the Azrael one. Because people were mad.
We're gonna get to that soon.
Yeah.
See, that's just the thing. I don't trust him. Maybe at some point he forgot about his plan and he really did fall in love with Farah. But I don't trust Reese. I can't.
It's hard to.
I think he's doing what he was born made to do. And that was be the most powerful thing.
Yeah.
And if he can't give birth to that, maybe give birth. If he can't make that, then I don't know. Maybe he can become it first. Then the thing they have together will be even worse because the world's already conquered.
Yeah.
Not the world, just maybe it's just Prithian.
Yeah. Just
I don't know.
continent.
It seems like outside of Prithian, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. I finished my chapter.
Yeah.
So, and I gotta go cook like an adult.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. For those who are watching in the future, thank you for that one person that's been drifting in and out. I appreciate this time to voice all my weird ass opinions. My thank you to my lovely partner for guest starring here with us.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got all the goss, all the knowledge. She's read the whole series that's currently out. And
I watch a lot of TikTok theories. Like a lot. Half my For You pages is ACOTAR theories.
Mm.
I follow like 4 people.
well,
Maybe more.
With any luck, someone's gonna watch this and enjoy reading the theories with us. We're supposed to be chilling, and I just scream the whole time about mine. But that's what it's for. As I said when I play the games, this is meant to be a therapy. I let everything inside out, and I just talk, and hopefully someone listens. And yeah, and to those of you who are watching from the very far future, congratulations on, I don't know, surviving my my autistic ramblings. I appreciate you being here, and I love this book series. It's pretty good. I can't believe I just let the memes get to me. That it's all just very smart. It's that's like 2% of the damn book. Everything else is very well written. She is awesome. Everyone, have a good night. We're gonna head off. Goodbye. And
make dinner like adults.
And
It's a bad storm.
happy reading.
Happy reading.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.